Okay, we need to have a serious conversation about Erling Haaland. Because after watching more than 5,000 minutes of him, it becomes painfully clear that football has never seen anything like this before. His numbers aren't just impressive, they are alien, so absurd that they almost break the logic of the sport.
Yeah, it's huge, and I'm really proud, and yeah, of course it's a massive thing, and 100 Club is a nice thing to be in, and I'm happy.
You've got your dad watching on as well. I know you say you don't think too much about records, but was that one you were very keen to break?
Yeah, I knew about this, and yeah, that's what I tried to do. I tried to help the team with scoring goals, and yeah, that's my job.
331 goals in 367 matches, a scoring rate that belongs to a glitch in the system rather than a human being.
And his numbers are no discussion, anything. So happy for him, happy for the team deliver him this day, and yeah, continue.
Since arriving in the Premier League, he has shredded every record that dared to stand in front of him, turning the most competitive league in the world into his own personal playground.
When I've watched him, he hasn't surprised me, because when you know when there's something special, when there's a special talent there. And when I look at him, if you're building, if you want to build from scratch the perfect centre forward, he is it. He is the perfect guy. He's big, he's strong, he's quick, he's technically good, he's good in the air, he's got a fantastic... There isn't anything he's not very good at. So if he stays fit, he will, at worst, be getting 40 goals. There's no doubt about that in my damn.
Before facing Fulham, the 25-year-old had already scored 143 goals in 164 matches for Manchester City, a goal every 1.14 games in all competitions since 2022. And this isn't just volume, it's velocity.
Side to Gomez, inside Haaland!
Haaland became the fastest player ever to reach 50 Premier League goals, needing only 48 matches, smashing the previous record by 17 entire games.
Did you see the numbers of that guy?
Exactly.
Oh my God, yeah, of course he's at levels. So the numbers from Cristiano Messi, the difference with Cristiano Messi have been for 15 years. You see Messi still in MLS, he scores 2-3 goals every day, and Cristiano in Saudi the same. So, but this is that level.
And then, like it was nothing, he roared toward his 100-goal landmark faster than anyone in modern European football, beating legends like Luis Suarez and even matching Cristiano Ronaldo's early peak, a feat most thought would never be touched again. But here's when things start to become terrifying. When Haaland arrived in England, he didn't ease into the league. He detonated it. He became the first player in Premier League history to score 3 hat-tricks in 3 consecutive home games, destroying Crystal Palace,
Has it, Haaland still, Haaland!
Nottingham Forest,
Back and stands on the far, and Haaland!
and Manchester United,
De Bruyne, Haaland!
in a run that still feels unreal today. Great strikers have had great spells, yes, but nobody ever has generated this volume of goals this consistently in such a short time. Not Shearer, not Rooney, not Drogba, not Kane, nobody. And then there's the Champions League, the biggest stage. Haaland didn't just break the record for the fastest to 50 goals, he obliterated it, reaching the milestone in 49 matches. While Van Nistelrooy needed 62. What he is doing at 25 is the kind of output you expect from a striker at the very peak of his career, not from someone who hasn't even hit his physical or tactical ceiling. And the international numbers? Even scarier. 55 goals in 48 matches for Norway, more than a goal per game for his country. Reaching 50 goals faster than Ronaldo, faster than Messi, faster than Mbappe, faster than Kane, even faster than Pelé. This isn't just elite, this is statistically impossible. But the most frightening part of all is this. Haaland is having the best goal-scoring season of his entire life right now. We're only in December, and he has already scored 35 goals. He has caught up with Alan Shearer's all-time Premier League tally pace. He's evolving, he's learning, he's becoming even more complete. And football, the entire footballing world, suddenly has a gigantic problem. How do you stop a striker who keeps breaking every limit ever placed on him? But before we break down why Haaland is so lethal, we need to understand the story behind the monster. because his rise is not accidental. It's engineered, shaped, and forged over years. Haaland was born in Leeds while his father was playing in the Premier League, but the real roots of the phenomenon took shape once the family moved back to Bryn, Norway, when Erling was just 3 years old. That small, quiet town is where he first learned the discipline, hunger, and work ethic that would later turn him into a generational striker. He joined his local club before turning 10, and by the time he was 15, he was already making his debut in Norway's second division. A child competing with grown men, yet already looking like he didn't belong on a normal trajectory. His next step was Molde, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, where he immediately showed what he was made of, scoring the winner in his debut coming off the bench.
Kommer Hestad igen. Haaland! Och så är det Haaland som sätter Molde foran 2-1.
And finishing the 2018 season as the club's top scorer with 12 goals in 25 matches at just 18 years old. That kind of early efficiency didn't go unnoticed. Red Bull Salzburg, the factory of modern elite talent, moved quickly, signing him in January 2019. And it was in Austria where the world first got a glimpse of Erling Haaland unleashed. Between August and September of the 2019 season, he erupted with 17 goals in 9 matches, including 3 hat-tricks. One of those hat-tricks came in his Champions League debut against Genk, announcing himself to Europe with the subtlety of an explosion. When Borussia Dortmund signed him 6 months later, he arrived as a prodigy. He left as a weapon. His Dortmund debut remains one of the greatest entrances in modern football, a hat-trick in 23 minutes against Augsburg. He became the first player in Bundesliga history to score 5 goals in his first 2 games and 7 in his first 3.
Or a block. Sancho. Haaland! Haaland!
He finished the 2019-20 season with 44 goals in 40 matches across Salzburg and Dortmund.
That ruined himself. But Erling Haaland, has, as you continue to see, has everything. You know he's a good finisher. I think his understanding and instincts are beyond.
And followed it up with 41 goals the next year, with barely any signs of slowing down.
Look at Hakimi, brilliant move. Oh, what a...
He scored 4 past Hertha Berlin in one night.
Helps it on for Bellingham, back towards Haaland.
Destroyed Sevilla in the Champions League to become the youngest and fastest player to reach 20 goals in the competition, and lifted the DFB Pokal with a brace in the final against Leipzig.
And he's brushed off Upamecano!
By then, he was already Bundesliga Player of the Season, Champions League top scorer, and UEFA's Forward of the Year. Even in 2021-22, a year marred by injuries, Haaland still delivered 29 goals in 30 matches, becoming the youngest and quickest to reach 50 Bundesliga goals. This isn't just talent, it's a career built on terrifying consistency. And all this happened before he even arrived at Manchester City. Ever since Haaland stepped into Pep Guardiola's world, every standard we thought we understood about goal scoring has collapsed.
Can you tell me one club will not be Erling Haaland a dream? So I understand Barcelona is a dream from Erling and all the clubs in the world. So if Erling will not be with us, I would be a dream for Man City to have Erling. What is going to happen? Honestly, I don't know. I know it's long contract here and I think he's doing really well, scoring a lot of goals, and had the feeling that the team helped him a lot and making a lot of actions too. He was able to score goals and when he's play better.
Nothing is enough anymore. No number feels high enough. No benchmark feels safe. We're talking about a footballer capable of scoring 5 goals in a single match, as he did against Red Bull Leipzig in the Champions League. And again against Luton Town in the FA Cup.
He's looking for a 5th here tonight.
And doing it with the calmness of someone who treats chaos like routine. He scores every type of goal imaginable, sprinting into space at impossible speeds. Acrobatic finishes, thunderbolts from outside the box, cold-blooded one-touch strikes inside the area.
Oh, and there's still a chance.
Delicate finishes placed with surgeon-like precision.
Counter, Haaland through, chance to sink.
And solo actions where defenders simply fall apart around him. Haaland doesn't just finish chances, he creates fear. And that fear is a weapon of its own. As we saw earlier in the video, this variety and this volume have allowed him to break every record in his path and win absolutely everything. For Manchester City, he became the missing piece in the final component that turned a great team into a machine built to dominate Europe. In his very first season, Haaland's goals helped City secure a historic treble. Since arriving, he has claimed the Golden Boot, finished as top scorer across Europe's 5 major leagues, won the Champions League, 2 Premier League titles, the UEFA Super Cup, the FA Cup, and the Community Shield. His presence is not just impactful, it is synonymous with success. But what truly terrifies the football world isn't just his explosiveness, it's his consistency. In the most competitive league on earth, Haaland is doing something that felt unthinkable a few years ago. He's putting real pressure on Alan Shearer's Premier League goal-scoring record. The moment Haaland scored a brace on his debut against West Ham,
He steps up left-footed.
the clock started ticking on Shearer's legendary total of 260 goals. He still has a long way to go, but he has already smashed the first major milestone on the road to greatness, 100 Premier League goals. And he did it faster than Shearer, faster than Henry, faster than Aguero, faster than anyone. After his goal against Fulham, Haaland reached the century mark in just 111 matches, beating Shearer's long-standing record of 124 by a margin of 13 games. And the scary part, he should have done it even earlier. He had clear chances against Newcastle,
Doku down the middle, and Haaland's got a chance. And, well, Nick...
and Leeds, matches number 109 and 110. But for once, he missed. Those were rare, rushed moments for a player who already had 14 league goals this season by that point. But that brief slump was nothing more than a tiny ripple in an ocean of inevitability. Against Fulham, he reset, refocused, and returned to his natural state, scoring goals. Now he becomes just the 35th player in Premier League history to reach 100 goals, a club that took legends nearly a decade to enter. Matt Letizia needed 9 years. Haaland needed less than 3.5. 3 more goals will put him level with Cristiano Ronaldo's Premier League total of 103.
Ronaldo. In!
1 more beyond that, and he will equal Didier Drogba at 104.
Here comes some Lampard. Intelligent Drogba!
And this is where the tension rises. If Haaland keeps anything close to this pace, Shearer's untouchable record will not survive the decade. The Premier League has been flipped upside down by Erling Haaland, and the numbers prove it in the most frightening way possible. His goal against Fulham was his 43rd away from home in the Premier League. Added to the 57 he has scored at the Etihad Stadium, create a distribution so absurd that it barely feels real.
Towards Stones, and Haaland!
Wolves have taken the worst of his wrath. 10 goals against them, while West Ham's London Stadium has quietly become his personal playground, with 6 goals scored there. And yet there is still one ground he hasn't cracked. Anfield, the only Premier League stadium where Haaland has played and not scored for now. He has scored 17 penalties and receives assists from 22 different teammates, excluding those defenders who panicked, miskicked, or gifted him the ball only to watch him punish them instantly. But his deadliest partner has always been the same, Kevin De Bruyne.
And get the ball back for him. It's Kevin De Bruyne again. Haaland chasing!
Who has provided Haaland with 16 assists, a connection so automatic that some of their goals feel copy and pasted from a training ground manual. There were the trademark cutbacks for tap-in goals, and the classic byline pullback, like the one against Spurs. And the trademark outside swerving cross to the far post against Aston Villa.
It's it over to Bruyne. Oh, it's a teaser!
And the iconic stretched leg finish in the Manchester Derby.
City have men over here. De Bruyne, Haaland.
Speaking of derbies, Haaland's destruction there is historic, with 8 goals. He's already tied with Sergio Aguero and Wayne Rooney as the top scorer in Manchester derbies in the Premier League era. What he has produced is not just volume, it is variety. We're talking about 1 quadruple.
He's got Kilman inside of him. Haaland!
7 hat-tricks.
From Sergio Gomez, Haaland!
And 17 braces.
Alvarez, Haaland!
All before turning 26. Shockingly, only 6 of his goals have come from outside the box, reinforcing the idea that Haaland is the ultimate penalty area executioner. Ruthless, mechanical, devastating. His finishing breakdown is ridiculous. 71 with his left foot, the weapon that made him famous.
He's left, he rolls him in. Haaland makes it 2-0.
11 with his right foot.
Into the gap, Grealish, Haaland.
Which somehow keeps improving every season. 1 with another part of the body, because of course, he has one of those. And 17 headers. A skill he has turned into pure theater, the hang time against Wolves. With a towering leap over Arsenal's backline for goal.
Haaland 1-on-1, scores!
But the part that should worry everyone is this. Haaland does not only score when City dominate, he scores when City suffer. He scores when the match is tight. He scores when the match is messy. He has delivered the winning goal 30 times. And has produced a decisive goal, one that changed the result on 45 occasions. A haul of 15 goals in 14 games. This season is Haaland's way of answering every doubt with violence. He's not just back, he's on track to break his own Premier League record, 36 goals in 35 matches, a mark that already felt impossible when he said it. And the most frightening part, the sleep isn't random. It's the direct product of Pep Guardiola's most important tactical adjustment, the evolution that has made Erling Haaland more dangerous than ever. Out of City's 42 total goals across the Premier League and Champions League, 20 belong to Haaland alone. That's not elite, that's absurd. That's surgical destruction engineered by Guardiola himself. Before the season kicked off, Pep had one clear demand. Haaland must live on the last line. The entire 2025-26 system would stretch the pitch vertically, dragging defenders back, creating long corridors for Haaland to sprint into at full speed. And one game on the calendar showed exactly how terrifying this idea could become: the match against Bournemouth. Anthony Iraola's Bournemouth are specialists in football chaos. They press like madmen. They suffocate you. They break your structure. They force matches into a basketball-like rhythm. Guardiola even said modern football is becoming more like basketball because of teams like that. But instead of resisting the chaos, Pep weaponized it. City didn't slow the match down. They didn't strangle it through possession. They charged straight into the storm. Every recovery became a trigger. Every loose ball became a launch pad. And Haaland was the spearhead of every transition. They've already scored more counter-attacking goals this season than in the entirety of last season, second only to Bournemouth themselves. And the pattern is now familiar. Haaland at full sprint, bullying the last line, destroying United.
Chance to make it 3! Chance to...
Napoli.
Oh, that's clever. Haaland!
Arsenal. Monaco. Brentford, using pace, timing, and sheer physical savagery. What makes this shift lethal is the supporting cast Pep built around him. Tijani Reinders, Ryan Cherky,
got past the Akites, got round Petrovic, and
Phil Foden, Nico O'Reilly, Jeremy Doku,
United. Doku, oh, Haaland's onside! 2!
Rodri, Nico Gonzalez, even Josko Vardiol. All of them have the passing precision to slip Haaland into open space. They all read the same rule. If Haaland is running, you feed him. But transitions aren't City's only weapon this year. Guardiola has doubled down on deep run structure, attacking the byline more aggressively than ever. Cutbacks, diagonal deliveries, second wave entries, goals against Dortmund.
Doku setzt sich hier richtig stark durch und dann Haaland.
Everton.
Brings in Savinho, and now Haaland.
Fulham.
Haaland!
Wolves all came from this pattern. Players like Nunes, Doku, O'Reilly, and Tijani have become essential because they inject vertical bursts into every move. And then comes Haaland's other superpower, the aerial game. It doesn't matter how awkward the cross is, Haaland adjusts mid-air, rebalances, and detonates. His headers against Monaco, Napoli, Everton.
For the first time down that side, Haaland!
Liverpool. They were acts of brutality disguised as technique, because Pep didn't just give him through balls. He built a system that gives him every type of service: low, high, diagonal, vertical, chaotic, controlled. This Manchester City doesn't play one style anymore. They can dictate possession one minute, then turn into a transition monster the next. Pep has built the ultimate hybrid team, and nothing shows that better than Haaland's opening goal against Liverpool. A 20-pass, pitch-length masterwork involving all 10 outfield players, ending with Núñez crossing from the right, Konate jumping at full height, and still losing to Haaland, who climbed above him and hammered the header past Alisson. Guardiola hasn't just made Haaland score more. He has engineered a tactical ecosystem that feeds him endlessly. Chaos, control, creation, all woven together. And that is why this new Manchester City isn't just strong, it's terrifying.